This is going to be a VOD review, just some quick thoughts as I go through this VOD of Edward Gaming versus Frankie, aka Gay Kyle, aka whatever their tag is going to be forever. I believe this game was 0-2. It was 2-0 in Gamer's favor. And Frankie struggles a lot with the Falcon matchup. So I've already watched this one time through, so this is mostly going to be every time I notice something, I'm going to call it out, and if I think I need to go more in depth, that's what I will do. So let's run through it. Immediately messing up the go desync. We'll work on that. I like the Plat take chase, just missed the spacing. There's some merit here to, if you're both dash dancing on opposite sides of the stage, like, yeah, if you want to go in or like put on some pressure, force your way through, Nanopult is a way to do that, but I think Nanopult Ice Block might be one of the worst things you could do. Obviously, if maybe you messed up the Blizzard and got an Ice Block instead, but I know you tend to use Ice Blocks a lot, so that's not entirely possible that this is what you were going for. I think, if anything, if you're worried about... I mean, he's not even on the other side of the stage yet. He's center stage. Throwing Nana center stage probably just isn't the move. You might as well... Is my mouse visible? Yes, okay. You might as well not stand here. I know I say this all the time, but stand here or like here. Standing on the center half of the platforms is so good against Falcon because you have room to back up, and then he's terrified of this angle. He's always going to end up landing right here, which I bet he does right here. Yeah. Now you're in this corner and you can punish, but instead you just kind of wave dash forward. I don't know if you were waiting for... Here's the sequence, right? Ice block, launch Nana, wave dash behind her. I'm guessing that's what you were doing, but you weren't looking at the opponent during that. You just kind of did the sequence. But anyway, I'm dwelling too long on that. Gets hit. Good reset. That's a shield grab. If you grabbed as Popo here, hold shield. If Falcon down throws, Nana will shield it, and then you can just time an A press and get a shield grab. And with that positioning, if you get over fast enough, it actually turns into a handoff. You didn't really do anything necessarily wrong here. You're just trying to catch out movement. That was probably I'm gonna backdash the Nair across the stage and just got clipped. Rinse and repeat. There's no reason to fall hop. I know you want to call him out in the air, but like, you are currently winning by holding center. It's a good grab. Mess up the timing. It's fine. It worked, but I don't like it. There's not really any reason to wave dash through ever. You kind of have a habit of doing that as a punish. You're just kind of losing time. Love the down tilt. You were doing the right thing. You're gonna end up getting like Falcon really hard. I'm seeing how much down smash. Yeah. Down smash does not work against Falcon like it does other characters. Like, I always say, like, characters like Sheik, Falcon, who are, like, everything about their game plan against us is short hopping. Short hop just beats down smash. So, you're gonna get dodged a lot. I see you have a good blizzard here. This is like perfect positioning. This is exactly where you want to be all the time. But you just kind of give it up. Like, if you had stayed still, look at where he's back airing. So this blizzard. Blizzard, where you're standing, covers this part of the platform. If he runs off or shield drops towards you, he gets hit by Blizzard here. He does it because Blizzard ended, but all you had to do was maintain that positioning, and he falls right into your hands, literally. But you just kind of jump up where ices are bad. This is good again. And exactly. You mess up the shit, but whatever, it's fine. We gotta talk about your edge guarding. That's something I want to point out at some point. I'm sure you were trying to fall down back air, but you gave up positioning by jumping to top plat. Nice. Yeah. I gave this advice to Neff the other day, talking about edge guarding, but you're committing too early to where you think you want to cover on the edge guard. Your recovery is also, this is something I've brought up before, your side being when you don't have to. Sometimes you'll air dodge when you should side B, and you side B when you should air dodge. I want to try to call out right where you... Here. He's up B'ing. You are currently at the apex of your double jump. Like, there's no reason you can't just grab ledge here. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing he can do. Even if he falls back onto the ledge, like, you're not at risk there. You could just grab ledge. Sometimes you can just grab ledge. And worst case scenario, you air dodge onto the stage, or air dodge a little bit closer and grab ledge. Like, but side B, you're just dooming yourself. Boom. Yep. Yeah. Ed needs to be up airing more. Hey. I don't disagree with that side B. He's threatening a lot of space there. But that was technically another place where you just kind of could have grabbed ledge. Ed hasn't shown that he'll cover ledge a single time, I think. That was unlucky. He got throw armored. Nice grab. Yeah, those mess ups will get fixed with practice. Not even practice, just doing it over and over. This is good. Okay, you did the same thing again. So here you have literally perfect positioning. So this is what I do in this position is I will short hop ice block, and the ice block will go on the side plat. So now you have something covering his escape above while Nana is pressuring him into the corner. So he has two options. Jump up, but you still have center. If he jumps away, that's fine. You have total control of the stage. Or try to like counterattack Nana's Blizzard but it's not going to work. He's going to get clipped, or like you should be right there to catch him. Instead, you just kind of try to call out a jump, which that could have led to something, but this is worst case scenario now, right? Because if he's good, Nana's dead here. Ah, that's tricky. Well, actually, yeah, she's dead. This just comes with recognition that you needed to fall to the ledge with an up B or something. I like that. Teeter cancel. I like that dash attack, actually. Committed too early. Tricky. Yeah, committed. Let me see if I can point out like a point. You have back air. You're good to stand still right here. Because if he falls to ledge, you're still like threatening that range, and you could like wave dash to ledge. Or if he like air dodges, that takes time. You can ledge dash, punish. Or if he up Bs, again, that takes so much time, and you can react to where he up Bs to. Got him. That was a good side B. Nice. Nice. That was still too early, but you were able to react. That was like you just outplayed him. I remember how this game ends. Your neutral's getting a little predictable here. You do wave dash, dash dance, something. Wave dash, dash dance, something. You don't just... I really like walking. If they're just dash dancing across the stage, like... I tend to try to do some micro spacing with just some walking. But that's just because I'm ready to react. That sucks. She's just dead. What could you have possibly done here? Hold on. Okay, good positioning. You kind of give up space a little bit. This is good, but then you move forward. Yeah, you're not respecting his threat range. That really just came down to getting back aired one time. Nice that you got the shield grab. That could have been a grab. You don't really need a dash attack at this percent. That's the third time you've tried to read DIN. Nice. 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 That should not have worked, but I love that. That's the classic. I like that. I think back air works, or like wave dash grab. You probably got like a Z jab or something. Nice. God, gentleman's so good. Gotta be careful about shielding here. Nice. Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time I've mistimed that, I would be the nickel guy. I like F smash here. Yeah, at certain percents on Falcon, you have to react and get F smash instead of down smash. Nice F tilt. I'm smelling a dash attack from you. Ooh. No, I like the back airs. You go too far forward here. You're currently, by wave dashing here, you are perfectly in his threat range rather than just outside of it. So if you were standing here, I'm going to keep saying edge of the platform, edge of the platform. The edge of the platform is my favorite place to be against Captain Falcon. Yeah, and ice blocks just are not good. If you're too close to an opponent, I don't think ice block is ever good. Like, you could, I think you tried for a P&J ice block. So even if you got the P&J ice block, like, he had so much time during your thought to do a P&J ice block to just do that. Good escape. Yeah, Nana's just in the blender right now. Reset. Yeah, that was good. You could have gotten a grab, but you were doing the right thing. The moment I'm getting like stomped over and over again, I just start running away because like you're supposed to be able to like up air it, but if he stomps you with like the diagonal hitbox, then it's like you're just in the fucking blender. You can't get out. Resetting is really good against Falcon because we win neutral. Run away. Yeah, that's exactly the position where I'm like, just get the hell out of there. There's nothing we can do about knee gentleman. Literally nothing. You could Dan grab it, but I don't have faith in that. This is such a rough spot. On a transformation too. Side B, yeah. This is, I think, where you gave up. This is still really, really winnable. It's just, you have to not get kneed 6 times, and I think that's exactly what happens. Alright. Well, I don't know what the hell that... Hold on. Anyway. I'm so shook because I didn't expect this video to pop up. Okay. Yeah. I think the biggest things are just executing the very little things. I think right now what you're focused mostly on is punish game. And I think that's for the most part okay, but it's stuff like this. Like you just have a full second where you were inactionable because you messed up the go desync. So like just not messing that up anymore would go such a long way. And also something that I do is before the set, before every game of tournament melee, I think of 2 things. And I think I've already explained this before, but whatever. Is the character fast enough to challenge my desync off of go? The second thing is my opponent someone who would do that? Whether they know I'm going to be desynced or not, are they just going to run in? So, like, Jisp, yes. So, game 1 against a Fox, I never go desync. Because so many times, like, certain Fox players, you can just kind of tell if they're like the I'm so cool type of Fox, then they're going to run at you and short hop up air before go even disappears. In which case, the desync is worthless. You've killed yourself by desyncing. It's so much less of a threat against like Falcon, but that was just like an example. Against Ed and most Falcons at this level, they're just gonna nair across the fucking stage. Every time. They're either nairing, kneeing, or stomping across the stage, either from the plat or after dropping through. In which case, the go desync, you're just gonna get hit. So I just like, sometimes I'll just hold shield on plat for a second, and sometimes I will just drop through here. I'll drop through towards the corner, and then depending on where the opponent is, I'll either like roll in or like wave dash in or challenge some sort of space here, because we aren't winning this off rip. You can also just challenge this at the beginning rather than go this way, but for me it depends on the player. Against floaties though, I'm go desyncing all the fucking time. Falco, I'm always go desyncing against Falco every single game, because they're just gonna laser me anyway, or drop through the Plat to gain stage control, in which case I'm immediately challenging their space with an ice block. Let's see. Yeah, this was such a good sequence. You could have gotten a kill off of that. That was like, you did so well. That was just not good. You gotta understand your opponent's threat ranges and how much they want to go in. Like, Falcon players, and Ed especially, wants to go in. Ice blocks are probably the #1 way to get need or traded on against Falcon and lose. So, like, if you watch me, I almost never will ice block against a Captain Falcon unless I'm, like, forcing them out of the corner, because then they'll jump at me or jump up, and then I can... If I'm in the corner here, my goal is to get here safely. And you can't really do that if the Falcon is here. So I understand this positioning, but, like, you could move up here. I like to move here, which will make him want to stomp me, and then wave dash in preemptively, and now I'm in the center stage. And it's all this, like, experience stuff. Like, I've just seen this a billion times. But, like, as soon as he shows that he's willing to knee in your face, ice block is not... Immediately ice block is off the table. Blizzard was a fantastic option, because Blizzard is going to stop this knee. So if you just, like, stayed in place with a short hop ice block rather than try to move forward, and then once he backs up, move forward, you know, neutral. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to talk about was, like, Edgeguarding Falcon. I'm trying to think of when was that relevant? There were a number of times where, like, here, let me see what I would do. I'm standing exactly where you are. I'm not jumping to the platform until after I've seen the up B. Because at this point, you control the stage, the platform, and the ledge. The moment he up Bs, he only has, like, 2 options. Well, actually, if you're none, you have 5 options. He's not making it to top plat here. He could make it here. He could drift back here. Or he could go to ledge. Or he could fall through plat. Because you expend your double jump before even the apex of his up B happens, you've fully committed, and now is when he gets to choose the drift. They don't get to choose the drift. Like, the tricky part is after the apex of the up B. Yeah, they can control it during the up B, but, like, not enough to where you need to react. Or read, rather. What is that sound? Anyway, the point is, don't commit to any direction until you've seen the apex of the up B, because that's when they're going to start moving left and right. So he reacted to you trying to hit him and just kind of drifted back. Whereas if you were down here, like, you get to just kind of wave dash down smash or, like, hit him wherever he ends up. And obviously it's different depending on where he's up being. So that's for like high recoveries. So like because he double jumped and up beat up here, everything what I said is the case. If he like up B down here, and the apex of his up B is going to be up here, that's where I would recommend doing what you're doing, where you're going to challenge the apex of the up B. But here, it's so much work, you're not going to get there. So if you can challenge the apex of the up B, that's kind of the best place to do it. But that's more of like a death sentence kind of thing. If you're going for the kill, hit the apex of the up B. But if you're going for the edge guard, just wait. Wait and react. Here, like, you can wait, react, get a grab. If he drifts back, you get a grab at the ledge, you get a handoff, you get him to 115%, you get a fully charged F smash. He might not be dead. If he's Chris O'Reilly, he's not dead, but he is to one more back air. If he's Edward Gamer, yeah, he's dead. That was kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about, is like really paying attention to where they're starting the up B. You need to position yourself before the edge guard to control and react to as many options as possible, and then just wait. Let yourself react. Anyway, there's only so much. Like, that was just kind of a miss. But you can wait. That was another place where, like, another high recovery. Standing here is correct. Jumping to the Plat is fine, but what if he drops through? Like, forget the fact that you could have back aired or whatever. Like, that would have been fine. But, like, what if he drops through Plat here and you're trying to hit him? Then you have nothing. You could try to get a shield drop back air, but honestly, are you fast enough for that? I'm not. Sometimes I am, but you have to be very ready. Let's see how this one goes. I don't remember. Oh, he just kind of missed. But again, you jumped to the Plat and he drifted to ledge for free. He should have lived. Anyway, that's all there is about edge guarding. Yeah, I'm done.